Okay, hello all. Good evening. So yesterday we understand few important things like undefined versus not defined and global scope and local scope. So here, let's write simple logic. So I'm just taking let a is equal to 10 and let b is equal to 20. Okay, and I'm just declaring let sum. Okay, I will explain why I'm just taking all these things, some subtraction. Okay, just go with the two functions. Remaining two multiplication and division will be assignment for you. So we can create a function is the addition addition. Okay, just write down the parameters and just create some local variable. Let z is equal to x plus y and return z. So it will, so whenever we invoke this function addition, just pass a comma b so that it will invoke that function. It will copy the value of a into x and value of b into y, and it will do calculation x plus y, and it will store into a local variable called z, and it will return that variable so that we can store that return value in sum. And we can do like console.log like sum of a comma b, that will be sum. Okay, or I will simplify things in much more way. So instead of declaring let a and b or something, okay, so let's do one thing. Okay, observe carefully what I'm trying here. You have a function called addition. So console.log, observe carefully what I'm doing. Console.log, here what I'm doing, I'm just invoking the function called addition, and I will give like 10 comma. Just tell me, is it the right program or it will be wrong?
Right, sir.
Everyone, okay, is it
Right, sir.
right?
Yes,
Because if
sir.
you see what it will do, even in console.log also you can invoke the function. You can even invoke the function and you can pass 10 comma 5. So here what it will print the return value by this function. Return value by this function. Also carefully. So now I'm just doing clear. So node app. So it is giving 15. So in the same way, we can reuse the function. Suppose if you want to calculate multiple things, suppose I need output for 10 comma 10 and 10 comma 20. So if you see what we are doing, we are reusing the same function for multiple times. If I want to calculate 10 plus 5, if I want to calculate 10 plus 10, if I want to calculate 10 plus 20, so that I can use the same function. I don't need to create three functions, or I don't need to write the x plus y logic three times. Okay, we can invoke the function three times. It will copy first 10 into x and 5 into y, and then it will calculate and it will return. Okay, after that what will happen? Okay, I will tell you a simple thing. Just remember, so whenever you invoke the function, okay, whenever you invoke the function, it will allocate the memory for those variables. So inside that you have a variable called, what are the variables for the function? Just tell me. X is there and y is there and z is also there, right? So these parameters also are variables. Okay, just remember parameters. Okay, these are parameters, right? So here let z is equal to x plus 5. Okay, don't think that okay, I just declare only z, so it is not going to allocate memory for x and y. So no, it will allocate memory for x, it will allocate memory for y, and it will allocate memory for z. So what will happen? First, for whenever you invoke the function, what is the value of x? That is 10. What is the value of y? That is 5, right? First time. I'm just talking about what, whenever you invoke this function at line number 10. Okay, line number 10. So then what it will do? It will calculate x plus y, that is 15. And here you are doing console.log. You are doing console.log, console.log. You are invoking addition of 10 comma 5. So what it will do? Okay, it will return this value. It will observe carefully. Once you invoke this function, it will return value to this console.log. It will hand over that 15 to this console.log. After that, it will delete this from the memory. Observe carefully what I'm saying. It will delete from the memory. Understood what I understood or not?
Yes, sir.
Everyone, this is very, very important. Of course, I will explain global execution context and everything. At the time, we are going to get clear picture right now. Just this is enough. Understood or not? So whenever you invoke the function, it will allocate the memory, and once it is completed and once it is returned from that function, it will delete all the memory for that function. So now we have invoked the line number 10. When we invoke the line number 10 at the time, it will allocate the memory for x, y, z, and it will calculate and it will return. Once it is done, it is going to remove all the memory from the, so all the variables, details and memory which is allocated for that particular function. So and now again you are invoking line number 11. So at the time what you are doing, again you are invoking addition only. So at the time it will allocate memory again. So if you see, so this is understood, this is line number 11 or whatever it is. And in the next line, whenever you do console.log, addition of, now what we are doing, 10 comma 10, right? 10 comma 10. So whenever you invoke this function, so at the time again, what it will do? It will allocate the memory for what are the variables are there for that particular function? Tell me, x, y,
Yeah.
X
x value,
Sir,
10.
I think your
y
screen is
value.
low.
What is the y value?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah,
Hello.
whenever we invoke this line, what is the y value?
Line number 11, sir. 10, sir.
Okay, okay. Are you able to? You're not able to see my screen paint?
Yes, sir. Your screen is stuck.
Black
Yes, sir.
Your screen is stuck, sir. I
Struck,
was
sir.
trying
Our
to
screen was
call you
struck.
the same.
Okay, okay. Maybe some network issue because of I just connected through mobile. Okay, just a minute. Just a minute. I will share it. That's why I think we are talking in nonsense. Actually, it is not allowing me to share the entire screen. Okay, we can do one thing. At least we can talk some different topic now. So now, are you able to see my VS Code?
Yes. Yes,
Everyone?
sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, okay. I will stick with the VS Code only. Okay. So this one we can discuss again. So what I'm saying now, whenever you invoke this function, okay, whenever you invoke this function, so at the time it will allocate memory for x, y, and z, and it will calculate the value of z and it will return. After that, it will remove memory allocation which we have allocated for x, y, z. Okay. And again, whenever we invoke this function, again it will recreate x, y, z, and it will store 10 into x, 10 into y, and 10 plus 10, 20 into z. It will return z, and then again, once it is returned, it will remove x value, y value, z value from the memory. So this console.log already got the value so that it will print. So here we are reusing the function. Of course, I will explain in detail later. Don't worry about that. So now tell me, what will be the output now?
Line number 12, sir. Line number 12.
15,
10, 11,
20,
12.
15, 20, 30, sir.
10,
15,
20,
20, 30.
30.
30.
So we are using the same function for multiple times, right?
Yes, sir.
Multiple times. Okay. Are you able to see this command prompt?
No, sir.
No,
No,
sir.
sir. No.
My God, I think it is just sharing only my VS Code. Maybe you can watch this in once I upload in a YouTube because I'm just recording. So maybe because of low network, bad network, maybe it is not allowing me to share the entire screen. Okay, I will stick with only VS Code now. Okay, now tell me. So let's understand some important topic now. So I'm just doing few things. Just give me the answer. Okay, I'm just doing let a is equal to 10. Okay, and I said if, observe carefully. Here I'm just putting 1. Okay, observe carefully. This is very, very interesting thing. You just follow properly. Okay, console.log a. Okay, console.log. And again, I'm just doing console.log of. Yeah. Now tell me what will be the output of this program?
Okay.
10 and 10.
At line number 6, 10.
10,
10.
sir. 10, sir.
10
At
and
line
10.
number 9.
10,
10.
10.
10, sir.
Okay, very
10,
good.
10.
Fantastic, very good. Yeah. Okay, because maybe you, okay, maybe you can see terminal, right? Are you able to see the terminal?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can
Yes,
able to see.
sir.
Luckily. Okay, now I'm doing something. Just try to tell me the answer. Let b is equal to 20. I'm just doing console.log of b. Okay. And here also I'm just doing console.log of b. Okay. Now tell me what is the output at line number 7, at line number 8, line number 11, and line number 12.
Sir, 10,
10,
20,
20, 10.
10
Not defined.
is not defined.
Okay, 10,
10,
20,
20,
20,
10.
10,
10,
Not defined.
not
not
defined.
defined.
not defined.
Yes, sir. Not defined.
Yes.
Why?
The B is active within the scope in the if condition itself
It is defined in the
within the
scope.
block.
So because if it is a function, okay, but even for if condition also.
Uh,
Yes, sir.
Within the block, the B variable is active.
Okay, who told this?
Sai.
Okay, what about remaining people? Sai is saying that Raghu, if you declare any variable inside if condition, we can't access outside. Is that true? Or we can get the 20?
No, sir. Yes, true, sir. It is a
Okay,
block. Yes, sir.
everyone, because I didn't explain this. I didn't explain the block scope. Okay, what is block scope? What are the rules for that? Okay, but oh, no problem. But just guess your answer. If you know the reason, that's exactly perfect. Awesome. Everyone should say. Everyone should say the answer.
True, sir, true.
True, sir.
Everyone is going with the first
Yes, sir.
option. Okay, let's see. I'm just running. So what is happening here? Okay. Yes. Inside the if block, consider log A that is 10 and consider log B that is 20. At line number 11, console.log A, that is 10 again. But whenever you try console.log of B, it is showing that not defined. Okay. Now observe carefully. I will do one small thing. Okay. You said, okay, everyone is correct. So here, this is, what is the scope? Global scope. If you declare
Global.
any variable outside of any block or any function, that is, a global scope. So yesterday we understand something inside the function, that is local scope. Okay, I will come to that point again. Here I'm just going to declare another variable. Observe carefully. Okay, now I'm just declaring a variable with a var. Okay, I said we should not use var. That is true. We should not use var. But in interviews they will ask question. Okay, they will ask question with var also. Okay, if they change from let to var, and they will check our knowledge, so that we should learn about var also. So here what I'm doing. So if I do var c is equal to 30 again, and here I'm just doing console.log of c. Okay, and here if I do console.log of c. Okay, now tell me what will be the output at line number 10 and 15.
30, 30, sir.
Okay, everyone should say someone said 30 and 30. Who said this?
Pawan, sir.
Okay, Pawan said 30 30. Okay, what about remaining people?
Sir, 30 and C is not defined.
Okay, this is 30 and this is C
C is
is not defined. Okay, very good. How many of you go with 30? How many of you go with a C is not defined? Okay, here there is no problem, because here it definitely it will be 30. And what about at line number 15? Few people are saying that 30, and someone is saying that C is not defined. Or do you have, if you have any other answers, just tell me. Otherwise, if you want to vote for 30 or C is not defined, you can vote it.
30, 30 only, sir.
30 30.
Yes, sir.
Pankaj is saying 30 30. Okay. Remaining people?
30 30, sir.
30 30. Okay. Sujan, what
30,
is your answer?
30 and C is not defined, sir.
Okay. Sai Kumar, what is your answer?
I think C is not defined, sir.
C is
30
not
and C
defined.
is not defined.
Okay. Sai Kirti, what is your answer?
30, sir.
30. At line number 15, it will be 30.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Let's see. So right now, because we don't have any problem, because this already you understand, I'm just putting the comments here. Okay, just focus on the variable C at line number 10 and line number 15. Okay. So JavaScript is awesome, because there are lots of questions also there. Okay. So node app. What is the answer?
30 30.
30, 30, sir.
30, 30.
30,
30
30.
30. Okay, for C it is 30 30. Now I'm just commenting C. Okay, now I'm going to uncomment B. Now tell me what will be the output for B?
20, sir.
20 and
20 are not defined.
not defined.
20 and not defined.
Yes, sir.
Okay, everyone is going to stick with the same answer.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
Yes.
20 and not defined. Because already I executed, right? Okay, but why? Okay, for C you are getting 30. For C you are getting 30. Okay, C you are getting 30. But for B you are not able to access outside, right? Okay. So here the very interesting thing is there. So there are, observe carefully, I will just explain one more time. I'm just removing these things. Okay, there is a global scope and block scope and local scope. Observe carefully. First, I will explain about let. Okay. First of all, I will explain what is block scope. Okay. Block scope means if you just use this block, that is the block scope. Okay, if you just use curly braces, that is block. Okay, if you define anything inside the function addition, this is local scope to that function. So here normally in general we don't use curly brace without if condition or something. Naturally either we will use if condition or switch or for loop, right? How many places we will use this curly braces?
If
Okay.
loop,
Adding there, sir. If that's condition.
for loops functions.
Function for loop.
Yeah. But here observe carefully. If you use this curly brace for function, that is local scope. Okay. Don't think that Raghu I have used curly braces here also. That's why it will be a block scope. No, because for the functions it is a local scope. Apart from functions, if you use anywhere in our program in JavaScript, if you use curly braces, that is a block scope. Okay, right now normally we don't use without any some if or something. So for understanding purpose, I'm just writing if, I'm just putting one. That means it's true. Okay, here this is what it is, block scope. So if you declare any variable inside the if block or else block or for loop or switch condition or while loop, those are block scope. Okay, function, especially function is a local scope, and apart from that, if you declare anything outside, that is a global scope. So but here very interesting things are there. So we have var and let and constant, right? We have a var, let and constant. Guys said we should not use a var because we will face a lot of problems with the var. So there is a very interesting history is there. We can discuss that later. So now just understand that. Okay, let and constant. Okay, let and constant will follow block scope. Var doesn't follow the block scope. That means if you declare any variable inside the block, suppose var a is equal to 10. Okay, var a is equal to 10. What you can do? You can access outside the block. So here you will get the result as 10. That means you can access it. But if you declare a variable with a let, suppose let b is equal to 20 and or constant. Okay, let and constant will follow the same rule. So 30. So now tell me, if I try to do console.log of b, and if I do console.log of c, okay, what will be the output for line number 17 and line number 18?
Not defined.
Everyone should say.
Not defined.
Not defined, because
Not defined.
b is let and c we have used the constant, so it will follow the block scope. That means we can't access these variables outside the if block, outside the while block. What outside the block you can't access it, but where you can access, if you just declare inside the block also you can access it. So just remember these things. Okay, maybe initially you will get some confusion, but I will explain in detail in coming days. Don't worry about that. So you will get clarity. Okay. For now, understood? Var, let, and constant. What is the status of block scope? So let and constant will follow the block scope. Var doesn't follow the block scope. So here what I'm doing, here I'm just mentioning let, comma, constant. So now, okay, so far understood or not? Just tell me. so that we can enter into the local scope also. Some examples.
Understood, sir.
Understood, sir.
Yes, sir. Understood.
Everyone should say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Raghu understood. Sai Charan, Shivaprasad, Srujan, Pavan, Giviti, Pankaj, Om Prakash, Sai Kumar, Sai Kirti, Gopi Krishna, and Akshay Agaram. Okay, hopefully you understand. So just note down in your notebook. Okay, now I will ask another interesting thing. I will ask another interesting thing now. Observe carefully. Observe carefully. So global scope means anyone can access anytime. Okay, anyone can access, either it is from blog you can access it, from local scope you can access it. There is no problem. Global means it is free of cost. Okay, so block, if you declare a let and constant, you can't access outside. Where you can, that will be a, you can access outside. So now I'm just creating a function. This is very interesting. The function, suppose add something. Observe carefully. Here I'm just declaring again few variables. Where x is equal to 10, where y is equal to 20. Oh, sorry. This is let y is equal to 20 and let z is equal to 30. So here I'm just trying to do console.log x, and I'm just doing console.log of y, and I'm just doing console.log of z. Okay, just tell me what will be the output for x, line number 12, line number 13, and line number 14. You just guess it. If you don't know, no problem, just guess it.
10 not defined, not defined.
Not defined. Everything not defined.
Okay, for line number 12, 10,
10.
10, sir.
line number 13,
Not
Not
defined.
defined.
Not
Not
defined.
defined.
not defined. Line number 14,
Not
Not
defined.
defined.
not defined. So naturally, yes, we can go with this approach because already we understand the block scope. In the block scope, let and constant, we can't access outside, only where we can access outside. So naturally, we can think that, okay, the function also will follow the same thing. So don't think, I already said, don't think this is a block. Okay, if you use the function, that is, those are local variables, local scope. So apart from block, function block, everything will be a block scope. If it is a function, that is a local scope. Here, there is a twist. There is a twist. So what does the twist means? Can anyone guess what will be the twist?
Not
All are
defined,
not
sir.
defined. No?
Defined.
Yeah, even if you declare a var inside the function, you can't access outside.
All are
Yes.
Also not.
defined.
So local scope means even if it is a var, even it is a let, even it is a constant, these three people will follow the local scope. So let's see. So I'm just commenting this one. Let's whether it is will give a value as 10 or undefined. Oh, sorry, not x is not defined. Showing right? Error. X is not defined.
Yes.
For y and z, obviously. So y is also throwing that y is not defined. Naturally, even for constant also, you will get the same. So this is very important. So what is the logic? So block scope, let and constants follow the block scope. But
Scope.
don't think that what is a block scope means let and constant will follow the block scope. That is not the definition of the block scope. I will explain in detail, don't worry about that. So, but let and constant will follow the block scope, and where let and constant will follow
Local scope.
local scope. So, if you declare anything inside the block, if block, else block, switch, or for loop, or while loop, okay, with the let and constant, you can't access outside of that. Okay, understood everyone, or still you have any confusion here?
No, sir, understood.
Everyone, everyone
Yes.
should say.
Yes,
This
sir.
is very, very
Yes,
important.
sir.
You should not
Yes,
forget
sir.
until you retire. Okay? When you are going to retire, maybe after 50 years or 60 years, right? So till that time, you should not forget. Okay. Now I will ask few questions on this. Just give me the answer. Okay. I'm just writing for let
Next.
I is equal to 0, I less than 6. Observe carefully. I will ask one person particularly, that person should answer. Okay. Console.log of I. Okay. Is ready. Okay. Pavan, give it. Just tell me what will be the output for this program.
I use not
What's that?
zero.
Don't give a clues. Pavan, just tell me.
Sir, what, sir, I'm just saying. Sir, not defined, sir.
ఎందుకు?
Sir, అంటే బ్లాక్ స్కోప్ లో
కాన్ఫిడెంట్ చెప్పు. నీకు అర్థమైంది కరెక్ట్గా చెప్పు. తప్ప ఉపాధి తర్వాత సంగతి.
సార్ ఓకే సార్
ఎందుకు నాట్ డిఫైన్?
అంటే బ్లాక్ స్కోప్ లో ఉంది కదా సార్ లైక్
Okay. I have just declared with a let. Let will follow the block scope, so that you're saying that I is not defined, right?
ఎస్ సార్
Okay. Everyone agree with Pawan answer, or do you have any other answers?
Agree, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Pawan, I will ask another question to you. Okay. Okay, Pawan, give it. Just tell me the output of this program again. I just rename let with a var.
Zero.
సార్ సార్ లోకల్ స్కోప్ సార్ బిట్వీన్ 0 to 6
ఇప్పుడు అవుట్పుట్ ఏమొస్తుంది? 0 to 6 ప్రింట్ అవుతుందా?
సార్ 0 1 2 3 4 5 6
షూర్?
ఎస్ సార్
ఎంత పెట్టు?
మీరే చెప్పండి
100 rupees, ఓకేనా?
ఓకే సార్
Okay, 1 minute. Om Prakash, just tell me what will be the output for this program. Om Prakash, are you there?
Message in the chat.
Okay, maybe he's have a problem with the mic. Okay, Sai Kumar, just tell me what is the output for this program?
Sir, I'm thinking it's 5 because at 5 the iteration I value will come out of the loop and the latest value of the I equal to 5. It will print 5. I'm guessing.
Okay. Pawan saying that it will print 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pawan, Nandina 6 could print out the
6, sir. 0 to 6.
0 to 6. Very good. And Sai said it will print 5. Very good. Any other answers from any other people? If you give a
6, sir.
wrong answer for this program means you didn't understand the for loop. Okay. Maybe you didn't practice properly. You just by-hearted something. Okay. Tell me.
6 print అవుతుంది సార్.
6 ఎవరు చెప్పారు 6 అనేది?
శివప్రసాద్ సార్.
శివప్రసాద్. 5 చెప్పింది సాయి కుమార్. ఇవి చెప్పింది పవన్. ఓకే. ఇంకా ఇంకేమైనా ఆన్సర్స్ ఉన్నాయా? Okay, how many of you go with 0 to 6? Who is going to support with to Pawan? Quick. Pawan ki support చేసే వాళ్ళు ఎంతమంది?
Sir, I think 6, sir. It's after equal to 0, where is thing 6? Okay.
You know, just take your time, understand properly, think properly and give me the answer. 0 to 6 వస్తుందా, 5 వస్తుందా, 6 వస్తుందా, లేకపోతే ఎర్రర్ వస్తుందా, 8 వస్తుందా, ఏదో ఒకటి. Okay, at least just ping me your answer. Okay, Raghu said it's 5, Pawan Kumar said 6, Om Prakash is saying I is not defined. Okay, fine. Sai Charan is saying 6. Everyone. Shiva Prasad is saying 6. Sai Kumar also saying 6. Sai Kumar is different, Sai Charan is different, right? Okay, Pankaj is saying it will print 6 times. Pankaj? No? Okay. Only 6. Okay. Okay. Fine. So let me execute. So that means, because if you do practice, just if you just copy paste my code and if you execute, you will get 100% right answer. So you should understand how this for loop is working. What is initialization? When that for loop is just breaking. Whenever the for loop is breaking, at the time, what is the value of I? Okay, observe carefully. I is equal to 0, I less than 6. Okay, first it will do I is equal to 0, right?
Yes sir.
Then it will check I less than 6, right?
Yes sir.
I less than 6 is true or false?
True.
True. Once it is true, what it will do?
It will increment.
It will enter into the for loop. Is there anything in the for loop?
No sir.
No, that means it is not going to do anything. Then what it will do?
Value increment.
Increment the value.
Value increment. So I value will become 1. 1 less than 6, true or false?
True.
Again, it is not going to do anything. Next.
Again, increment sir.
Increment.
1 will.
2 less than 6, true. 3 less than 6, true. 4 less than 6, true. 5 less than 6, true.
Yes,
at the time also it will enter into the for loop and it will increment, right?
Yes sir.
Now what is the value of I?
6. 6.
6 less than 6, true or false?
False sir.
False. That means when the for loop is going to break, whenever the I value will become 6, at the time it will break. So
Yes,
once it is come out of the for loop, at the time what is the value of I?
6.
That means it will print 6, right? It is not going to print 5. It is not going to print 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pawan. నేను ఈ console.log ని లోపల రాయలేదు పవన్.
ఓకే సార్.
ఇప్పుడేమో చెప్పు పవన్.
ఇప్పుడు వస్తుంది సార్ అది
అదే ఏమొస్తుంది?
0 to 6.
0 to 6
6 రాదు సార్.
5 వరకు వస్తుంది.
5.
5 వరకు వస్తుంది.
0 to 5.
పవన్
సార్
నిన్ను ఫర్ లూప్ లో 100 టైమ్స్ రాయమని చెప్పి అసైన్మెంట్ ఇస్తా. ఇట్లాంటి మిస్టేక్ ఇంకోసారి చేసామంటే.
ఓకే సార్.
ఓకేనా?
ఓకే సార్.
Okay. Observe carefully. You join with mobile or laptop?
ల్యాప్టాప్ సార్.
Laptop, na? Okay, good. So understood? Suppose if you do let, what will happen now for this same program? What
Same
will
thing,
you-
sir. 0
Same
to
thing.
0
0
to
to 5.
5.
5.
5.
If I try to do console.log, now what will happen?
I is not defined, sir.
Not
is not
exact
defined.
complete output. Complete output.
0 to 5 and I is not defined.
Yes. Okay. First, it will print 0 to 5. Once it come out of the for loop, and whenever it is trying to access this I value, at the time it will throw an error. So interview లో మీకు ఇవన్నీ అడుగుతాడు, వాడు అన్ని చూస్తాడు. నేను రఘు మీరు అలా అనుకోలేదు, నేను ఇలా అనుకున్నాను కాదు. ఎగ్జాక్ట్ గా ఇక్కడ లాజిక్ ఏమి ఇచ్చాడు, దానికి అవుట్పుట్ ఏమొస్తుంది చూసి కరెక్ట్ గా ఆన్సర్ చేయాలి. ఓకే, ఫైన్. వెరీ గుడ్ పవన్, అట్లీస్ట్ యూ ట్రైడ్. ఓకే, సో నౌ everyone understand what is the difference between the global scope and block scope and local scope?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so good. So now, so actually I have explained all the fundamentals of the JavaScript in our playlist. Hello. If you go to our playlist, okay, you can find one playlist called JavaScript World, right?
Yes, sir.
So
Netflix is one of the
I've explained each and everything. Okay, JavaScript runtime environment, how this JavaScript is going to store the details in the memory. Okay, all the concepts are there, and even how to execute the JavaScript inside the browser. So now what you need to do, so along with this trading from 6 to 7, you should start watch these videos and do practice.
Okay, sir.
Ready?
Yes, sir.
How many of you are ready?
Yes, sir.
Sir. Yes, sir.
రఘు ఆల్రెడీ ఇప్పుడు మేము నేర్చుకునేదే ఎక్కువ. దిస్ ఈజ్ ఎనఫ్. మీరు ఇన్ని అని చెప్తే కష్టం అంటే అది మీ చాయిస్. ఎందుకంటే JavaScript is not simple, and if you want, okay, don't think too much about the job. First thing, just learn things properly. So you should learn HTML, you should learn CSS, you should learn one CSS framework, that is mandatory. And you should learn JavaScript in two directions. One is logical thinking and writing complex, solving the coding challenges. Another one is understanding the JavaScript in detail. Lots of concepts are there. And another one is we need to learn data structures and algorithms also. So if I want to explain each and everything, it will take minimum 2 years to explain each and every concept. So here, particularly 6 to 7, we are going to focus on JavaScript fundamentals and logical thinking and coding challenges and data structures and algorithms. So all these concepts are there. So what is the execution context? What is the call stack? Okay, what is the global execution context? What is the scope? What is the scope chain? Okay, what are the closures? Everything I've explained in this playlist. So this is the time. So along with our regular training, just watch one by one, so that you will understand more about JavaScript. Any questions? Actually, I didn't enjoy this today's session. I will try to explain these things one more time again. Okay, what about you? Understand the concepts what we have discussed today, or do you have any questions?
Understand, sir.
Understand.
Everyone. So just note down the things these are the interview questions. Okay, what is the difference between the global scope and block scope and local scope? That is one important interview question. Another one is, what is the difference between undefined and not defined? Okay, these are very, very important things. And now what is your responsibility? You should write a function. Okay, I will tell you. I will tell you one simple thing, and we can conclude. Okay, so now previously I told you that if I give a number, let a is equal to 10, you should write a function, we should write a logic to check whether the number is even number or not. So now what you need to do, because you already let function, so you need to write function even or odd.
Okay.
Okay, and
Yes, sir.
just pass that value to that function. That function need to check
Whether it is
whether this value
A
a is even or not. Suppose you can say x. So here you need to write if
if okay.
x percentile 2
True
equal to 0, what do you need to do?
A is even.
Just
Even.
return true.
Return true. Yes, sir.
Else,
Return false.
False.
so that whenever you invoke this function, so if you say here, you can store that value. Suppose let a result. Okay. Now you can check, you can write another if condition. If result is true, it is an
Is true.
even number, right?
Even number.
Yes, sir.
You can write console.log, this
Even
is even number. So in the same way, prime number, just write a function for a prime number, just write a function for palindrome number, just write a function for a Fibonacci series. If you give a 10, you should print 10 number series in that first 10 numbers of Fibonacci series.
Okay.
Like that, even number, odd number, decimal number, whatever it is. Okay, just check the grade. Okay, if you just pass the like total marks and subject, at least percentage, you can display. It should return what is the grade of that particular student in that subject.
Okay.
Okay, I hope you got an idea, right?
Yes, sir.
So just create another 10 JavaScript files. In that, just create one function for even or odd, or calculate area of a circle, one function, perimeter of a square, one function. Okay, do sincerely practice. Okay, don't do practice just for me. So I don't have any profit, or I don't have any loss also based on your practice or something. Okay, if you do practice, you will get a job, you will succeed. And if you don't do practice, and that your choice, whatever you can do. So hopefully you people will do practice. Okay, any questions before closing the session?
No, sir.
No?
No, sir.
Very good. That's all for today. And if you miss the session,
Sir,
definitely I will. Okay, with that I will discuss.
Echo.